Bollywood has always had a weird romance with, well, love stories. No matter what the main theme of the film might be, Bollywood feels the need to force a love story in between the story. मतलब कुछ भी हो जाए, love story तो घुसानी ही है. Now granted, sometimes it's done for the character arc and can be slightly important to the story. But there are times that the love story is just out of place and makes the movie worse. And the female character is just there for the love song, which is frankly kinda demeaning. So this is our list of top 10 Bollywood movies where the love story was completely pointless. P.S. Some of these movies are actually good films, but we feel like they could have done much better if they avoided the love story angle altogether. And all of the movies in this list are post the 2000s because before that, there were a number of films that forced a love story in the film just for the fuck of it. Now with that in mind, let's get started. Number 10, Simba. Now we all know Simba made a ton of money and was a fairly good entertaining film for the masses. But was it a masterpiece? No, not at all. It was just a Rohit Shetty film which balances between utter nonsense and somewhat okay. And Simba was an average entertainment for the audience in theatres. But when you actually look at the film, the whole subplot of Sara Ali Khan and Ranveer Singh falling in love with each other has no significance to the story. It's just a way for Rohit Shetty to make some bad pakao jokes for his kind of audience and put 2 remade love songs in there. Literally, if you remove the character of Sara Ali Khan from the film would be no different. In fact, it would have been much better because it would be more compact and to the point. But then how would he remake the song Aankh Mare and get 400 crores? Here's a lesson for you. If you want a better film, remove the love story. But if you want the movie to make more money, put an unnecessary love story with a nepo kid in it and 2 remade songs. And then you see the money rolling in. That's Bollywood in a nutshell. Number 9, Padman. Now we all know that Padman is a good film, and R. Balki did a wonderful job in showing the biopic of the Indian man who made cheaper sanitary pads for women because he wanted his wife to be safe. Now in this list, we are not referring to the love story of Akshay Kumar and Radhika Apte as that was realistic and an integral part of the story. We are instead talking about the love angle that was made between Sonam Kapoor and Akshay Kumar. First of all, there was no need for this as this didn't happen in the real life of Arunachalam Muruganantham. There was never a girl like Sonam Kapoor who helped him, and she certainly did not fall in love with him. So even writing this character in the film was just out of place. But then you make her fall in love with Akshay Kumar in a one-sided love story was just like, क्यों भाई, क्या ज़रूरत है? It's supposed to be a character that you feel bad for when Akshay Kumar rejects her, but you just don't because you're just so confused as to why this character is even there. Plus, the scene where Sonam tries to kiss Akshay Kumar is probably one of the most awkwardest and the most baffling scenes in the film. And dramatizing a real-life story with a nonsense love story was just out of place. Number 8, Action Jackson. Now, there can be an argument made that the whole movie Action Jackson was pointless, and it was a poorly made Prabhudeva film which was filled with completely idiotic scenarios, characters, and twists. But nothing was worse than watching the weird-ass fuck love story of Ajay Devgan and Sonakshi Sinha. I don't know what the makers of the film were thinking while writing this part of the film. It was not entertaining, it was not sweet, and it was certainly not funny. Watching a girl fall in love with someone because her luck changes when she sees a man in his underwear is frankly fucking ridiculous. Like, how do you even come up with that shit? And the worst part is that this utter bullshit love story takes up most of the first half of this film. And it would have been higher on this list if the rest of the movie was any good. But because the whole film is completely bullshit, it's here on number 8. Number 7, Dhoom 2. No, we are not talking about the love story between Hrithik and Aishwarya. That's just 2 thieves falling in love with each other. Even though Aishwarya's character was highly annoying and over the top, it was still okay for the film. The love story we are going to talk about is the one between Uday Chopra and Bipasha Basu. I mean, what the fuck is going on over here? In the first Dhoom film, the character of Ali was fresh. It was fun to see a Tapori bike rider trying to flirt and getting rejected constantly. But in the sequel, it just got worse. They reused the same gimmick as the first part with the flashbacks and it was just not funny anymore. They just took Bipasha Basu and gave her a double role, just for the comic relief part which was not even required. In fact, if you remove both Bipashas completely from the film, the main story still remains the same and has the same outcome. She was just there to give Ali a love interest and give Rimi Sen some jealousy, and that was not at all worth it. I actually completely forgot that she was in this movie until we had to make this list. Number 6, Special Chabbis. Another movie based on true events where the love story was just forced into the film to make us root for the bad character in the film. Now we're not going to say that Special Chabbis wasn't good. It was an amazing movie. But if you go to see the whole love story between Kajal Agarwal and Akshay Kumar is just not needed. Granted, it's just there for the small part of the movie, but it's still there. And that is the part that we fast forwarded while watching this movie for the second time. And even though it is there to just give Akshay Kumar's character good background and to make him look good, they already did that by showing how he helps Anupam Kher in the movie. So the love story and the whole suspense whether he meets Kajal Agarwal in the end or not is kinda unnecessary. But the one good thing that came from this love story is the song Kaun Mera. But really though, the movie would have been much better and much more crisp and thrilling if it didn't have the added distraction of the love story in it. Number 5. Kaate. Kaate is the perfect example of how Bollywood loves forcing a love story in every kind of film. As we all know, Kaate was the remake of the Hollywood classic Reservoir Dogs, a story about a heist gone wrong done the Quentin Tarantino way, with subtle hints towards the characters' motives and their backstories. But when Bollywood decided to remake the film, they decided that all of the good characters in the film should have a backstory. Amitabh has a sick wife, Kumar Gaurav is having a divorce and custody battles for his kids, and Sunil Shetty has a girlfriend who's a club dancer. While Reservoir Dogs was a masterpiece for its extremely tight and well-written script, Kaate decided to give a cliched backstory to each and every one of their characters. And the worst one of that was Sunil Shetty and Malaika Arora, where she's a club dancer and Sunil Shetty is taking part in the heist so he can rescue her from the evil club owner by paying the required amount of money. Again, we agree that it's not a big part of the film, but it's a fucking disgrace that Bollywood can't even copy a film properly and decides to go fuck up the main attraction of Reservoir Dogs. It's compact and well-written story. Number 4. PK. Now before we start saying anything about this movie, we want to say that this film is good. It's a very good film. It's innovative, it's smart, and Aamir Khan has done a bloody brilliant job in the film. But having said that, there's one part in this film that always bugs us, and that is the part where Aamir Khan's alien falls in love with Anushka Sharma. The first half of the film is perfect as a commentary on different religious beliefs that we as Indians follow. But the second half of the film is just kinda slow, with some parts of the film being similar to Oh My God. And also, the love story feels really out of place. I mean, here we have an alien who just wants to go home, and after spending a week or two with Anushka Sharma, he's like, what if I don't go home and stay with you? Because he has fallen in love with her. What makes him fall in love? There is literally no rhyme or reason behind this. But अगर ऐसा होता that they just share a friendly bond, it would have been great, right? But according to every Bollywood movie, एक लड़का और एक लड़की कभी दोस्त नहीं हो सकते. And that is what this felt like. They could have had a perfectly great friendship because Sushant Singh Rajput was already her love interest, but nahi. Gusao ek aur love story. Number 3. Singham Returns. Rohit Shetty doesn't want you to remember, but yes, he made Singham ka sequel which was just shit. I mean, it had Daya from CID playing Daya for fuck's sake. But easily the worst part of the film was the inclusion of Kareena Kapoor in the film. First of all, Kajal Agarwal, who was Singham's love interest in the film, is nowhere to be seen. And it's safe to say that she was replaced simply because she does not have a big name in the industry like Kareena does. Secondly, in the first movie, Kajal was good. Her character was surrounded by a family which had the Gotia character and her sister who gets kidnapped in the film. While in the second part, she is replaced by Kareena Kapoor, who has zero impact on the storyline of the movie. Her character is not interesting, her acting is subpar, and she brings in 2 love songs that no one wants to hear and are out of place in what was supposed to be an action-packed cop film. But instead, we see Singham fall in love all over again. The only difference is this time it's boring and not at all needed. Number 2. Touchin. Everyone knows that Touchin is a shit film and Vijay Krishnacharya is a bad director. But what is easily the worst part of the entire story was this teenage love story between the characters of Akshay Kumar and Kareena Kapoor. It was bad enough that we had to watch a love story between Kareena and Saif in the first half of the film which had no chemistry and turned out to be a con. But then in the second half of the film we see this impossible backstory where as teenagers, Akshay Kumar and Kareena Kapoor fall in love with each other. Considering how over the top the rest of the movie is, this should feel like some character development for these characters. But the story just seems so improbable that you just can't help but think what the fuck is going on. With twists and turns that then try to make the backstory into a complete full circle, but instead it just makes it more unbelievable. And again, can't Bollywood just make a fucking con artist gangster flick without a love story in it? How hard is it? Number 1. MohenjoDaro. I mean, what the hell was Ashutosh Gowarikar thinking while making this film? I mean, you put MohenjoDaro as the title of this film, which was once a great civilization, and then instead of showing us anything about this great civilization, you show us a fucking cliched love story between a farmer and a princess. I mean, hard hoti hai yaar. Instead of learning something new about the civilization, we see a very generic love story of a villager who has flashbacks of Mohenjo-daro Karan Arjun's time, and then learns that his father was killed there, and then somehow meets the beautiful princess, looks at how hot she is, and then it's love at first sight. But then he learns that the person who killed his father has a son who is going to marry his princess. Just shut the fuck up, man. We don't want a 1990s love story in the name of Mohenjo-daro. You know, I really loved history geography in school, and I really had high expectations when I saw the name. फिर मैंने ट्रेलर देखा and I was like, देखा ही क्यों? And then मैंने मूवी देखी and I was like, देखी ही क्यों यार? And the worst part is Ashutosh Gowarikar could have named the film anything else, but he actively chose to name it Mohenjo-daro. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck you, Bollywood, for trying to force a love story into everything. So guys, this was our video about the top 10 Bollywood movies that had a love story in it for no fucking reason. Do let us know in the comments below what are the videos you want us to make next. Follow us on all of our social media handles to get to know us better. Like and share this video and subscribe to Brainwash for more videos like these.